all the other brands to win those titles. Tonight, a little bit different, however, because at the Royal Rumble, we also have 30 women wrestling in a Royal Rumble. We have 30 men wrestling in the Royal Rumble. So, there is that. Right now, I mean, technically, you've got Jane representing the SmackDown brand, Witcher representing the Stampede brand, to see who is going to hold on to the Universal Women's title.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's World Championship.
The legend killer, though, Jane, now making her way down to the ring, will be facing off against Witcher, two of our greatest women female wrestlers. You look, before I think it was really like only two people as far as champions go. And now I would say that conversation probably has 5 or 6 different women in it, which is great. I mean, it's the same in the men's. It used to be just a handful of the guys. Now I think there's like 3 or 4 handfuls of guys that you could make arguments on who is the best wrestler in the business right now. And that's what we want as these brands grow. Jane now making her way up, getting her very first Universal World title shot. Will she be able to wrestle it away from Witcher, who just recently won and beat Miss Nightmare for it? Obviously. And that's okay, man. I like all the wrestlers. All of our creative wrestlers, I like them. But you also got to pull for somebody. I obviously will probably be pulling for Jane. But if Witcher wins, I am not upset about that either. I love all of our wrestlers. But it's what makes it fun. Root for one. Be a good sport about it if the other wins, right? When Witcher's holding a title, she doesn't come out with her motorcycle.
Introducing the challenger from Leeds, England, the legend killer, Jane.
Witcher believes in only bringing one trophy to the ring.
From Houston, Texas, she is the Universal Women's World Champion, the Witch.
I'm also excited because we're at the point in the season now where you're going to start seeing me tweak all the wrestlers' outfits, all the wrestlers' attires. You're going to start noticing that if people aren't in these streams, you're not going to be seeing a lot of them on the shows. If they're not in the comment section afterwards, because not everybody can make it live. Because we have some really big storylines going on, obviously, with the NWO, with things switching. It is a much bigger storyline than I think all of us understand right now. But in order to do that, we also need slots. So that will be interesting moving forward. But Witcher getting off to a fast start against Jane. Jane trying to fight her off, but unable to do it. I was like, whoa, Jane missed that one right there, but recovers quickly, whips Witcher into the corner. And what is this? Oh, look at that. Look at this. A move that we have not seen and not seen from Jane for sure before. So Jane pulling out all the stops tonight, but kicks out in one. You look at both of these competitors, obviously, both more than deserving to be here. And there could have been a lot of wrestlers that we picked tonight to be in this match against Witcher, but Jane getting the call tonight at the Royal Rumble. Witcher going over the top rope, misses it. Jane now trying to take advantage of it, and you can tell a lot of respect that both of these wrestlers have for each other, so they have got a pace that is like breakneck speed right now, trying to maintain control of the match. And both of them dealing and taking a lot of punishment. Both of them got very iconic finishing moves, though. Witcher with the Witch's Brew, Jane with the Last Dance of Mary Jane. Both of those moves have ended nights quickly. Jane now using the ropes to get back to her feet. Witcher sees her doing it, uses those ropes, knocks her off them, now taking it to the top rope. Jane trying to get back to her feet, and I think Witcher's like, nope. Let's think about this, thinks about it, and does this, maintains control. And a big slam. Jane still trying to get back to her feet. Witcher giving her some help. Jane now fighting through this one, and look at that. Looks like kind of a nail in the coffin type of a move. Jane now gets her in the, what I would call a reverse backpack, rolls up the leg, 1, 2, and Witcher kicking out with authority in 2, but both wrestlers now getting a 2 count. So I think both have got to be careful, because if you're getting 2 counts right now, if they actually get their finishing move on the other one, it could be all over but the crying. Looked like Jane was going for it, ducked the one. Witcher caught her though. And wasn't sure who grabbed who. Jane now back in control of the match. Puts Witcher up against the ropes. And starts using the entire ring to get things going. Picks her up. Big slam, and this normally sets up the Last Dance. But Witcher crawls out of the way, and you can see the frustration in Jane. Thinks she was ready to do the move, but look, Witcher fighting through and fighting through again to get back in control of this match. Look at how fast Jane got back to her feet. And now we might see it. It might be coming. Doesn't come though. Another big slam. Thought she might have been going for the pin. Doesn't now. Takes it up to the top rope. And a big elbow now rolls up the leg. 1 and out in 1. Interesting. But here it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Witcher fights through it again. I think that is the second time Jane tries to put her in the Last Dance of Mary Jane. Witcher, though, fights through it now, setting up for the Witch's Brew. Hits her, gets it locked in, but I think Jane is in the ropes, and she is. Jane wanting to get to her feet, but Witcher laying. Look at this. 2, 3. Oh! I thought she was going to get it. Jane looks like she is ticked off about Witcher trying to use that kind of a pin. Using the ropes now. 1, 2, and Witcher with authority kicking back out in 2. You want to talk about a match? Jane has tried to put the finishing move on Witcher twice. Has not been able to lock it in. Witcher finally gets her finishing move. Tries to use the ropes. Jane somehow gets her hand up on the rope, or foot up on the ropes to break up the count. And then Jane starts taking it to Witcher. Witcher trying to outlast her. And Jane has won her very first Universal Women's Championship. What a match indeed.
The Universal Women's World Champion, the Legend Killer, Jane.
Jane winning her very first winning her very first Universal Women's Champion, now becoming the top champion. So Witcher had won it her very first time, and now Jane wins.